Hello everybody, in this video I will show how I set up my wheel and what is the difference between wheel and controller and why I set it like I set it. I will go through few of, in my opinion, most important settings here. I'm not gonna explain all of them in a detail, just overall from my experience. Vibration I turned off because that's just game trying to give you extra immersion, but it doesn't help you understand what car's feedback is telling you. So it's off completely for me. Force feedback scale. This sets the level of dynamic force feedback strength on your steering wheel. This is how strong your wheel actually goes. I would suggest to set up one that you can nearly hold with one hand. So the stronger it is better, because then you have more range where strength can change, so it will be easier for you to understand when that change happens. Center spring scale. It sets dynamic centric force of wheel. That is game helping you to turn wheel back to the center. I do not need it. I want car's feedback to turn my wheel, not game to turn wheel instead. The same with the wheel damping. It works slightly different, but the idea under it is pretty much the same. Force feedback understeer. This is how much your feedback gets cut when wheels are understeering. So I set it on a half of my feedback. If you do not want your wheels suddenly get way more lighter, just slightly, you set a number bigger. This one you test on your preference, the same as force feedback scale. What you like, that will be good. There's no magic number for it. In difficulty there is steering settings. Assisted means the game will turn car in your place to improve the driving line. Normal, you have full control. When a car will tune, the game will dampen your inputs to make them smoother. We'll try kinda predict how much you want to turn. If your accuracy wasn't as good as you want it to be, this can smoothen it out. Simulation steering does the same thing as normal, but slightly less, so you gain even more control. When you're using a wheel, simulation steering works differently. It doesn't try to guess anything. It literally have raw input how you turn your wheel. Now I will show how it looks when you're actually playing. Now I'm on a controller. When I'm turn, it dampens your movement. It's not to the end straight away. It takes time to get there. In that way, car is smoother. This effect I think is in all driving games, because for controller there needs to be some damping to actually make game playable. On a steering wheel, how much you turn, that much steering is moving. It's literally your input. That can be seen better in a driving. So I will take controller. I will drive. Now I move controller to the end and steering actually slow, as you see. When car starts slide, it allows you to steer more. You can test it out on your own controller. So when you drive straight, you move controller to the end, but it just moves a little. Now, when I switch on my wheel, let's get up to speed. I'm driving straight, and I can tune wheel completely. I don't have any dumping. When you first time trying out wheel, you won't be as fast as you used to be, because your controls are completely different. You are not using your fingers anymore to accelerate or brake. Now you need to use your feet. When you steer, you're not using your thumb. You're using actual wheel movement. That might not be as fast as you can do with a controller. It takes time to learn what wheel is telling to you, to learn muscle memory for the new inputs, to gain new reflexes. The more you drive, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. And eventually you will become faster than using controller, just because you have way more accurate inputs. And you're receiving a feedback, you can feel better what car is doing on the road. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.